Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish, and welcome to the Artist Haven, where home plus art equals heart. In today's talk, oh boy, I was all focused and had it all together. Oh, in today's Tish Talk, I want to talk about 3 ways to find inspiration. And I'm going to start something kind of new tonight. Hi, Jay. But I want to start something new tonight. I'm kind of a quotes person. I like quotes from, somewhat famous people. Sometimes they're famous, sometimes they're not. Um, but tonight's quote is from Pablo Picasso, and I thought it kind of fit with what we're going to talk about tonight. And it's, others have seen what is and asked why. I have seen what could be and asked why not. And that's kind of my view on life is, why not? Don't tell me I can't, because then I'm going to prove to you that I can. So I'm kind of stubborn that way. But while we have our little talk here, I'm going to work on this frame. I've got this step and one more, and then we can put the glass in, and then I'm thinking I'm going to have my first giveaway, and I'm going to give this away to someone. I gotta figure out all the details and all that and how to do it, because I don't want to just randomly, I don't want to end up giving it to Jason. I love you, babe, but I'm not sending it to Canada. It'll cost $80. But what I'm going to do here real quick is I'm going to wet distress this while I'm talking with you. I just have a box of rag, paper towel, kitchen towel, whatever you want to call it. And this in my bottle is just, I'm not giving it away now. Me. It's just water in here. It's just distilled water, and I'm gonna just soak this through. Not like wringing wet, like it's not wringing wet, but see, it's wet enough to stick together. So, okay, so 3 solid ways to find inspiration. And for me, inspiration can be a very fleeting thing. Sometimes I can find it, sometimes I can't. But first one is get up, get out, and get moving. If you're struggling to find inspiration, you're struggling with a project, get out of the house, get out of your studio, get out of where you're at, and go for a drive, go for a walk. Go to a new restaurant that you've never been to, try a new food that you've never tried. Maybe it'll inspire you to write that cool song, or, maybe the colors in it will be inspiration to you for a new project for your flow acrylic painting, or a piece of furniture, or while you're on your drive there, maybe you'll see something, and if you're a photographer and you're traveling without your camera, there's something wrong with you. But if you're a photographer, you might see something really cool on your way there or on your way back. Just be safe. Don't pull over in rush hour traffic. That's just, plus I'd never go anywhere during rush hour traffic. I can wait the 2 hours till it passes, or 3 hours. Just go out and do something that is new to you. Start doing yoga. That's new to me. I mean, I did yoga when I lived in Colorado, but my yoga instructor lived right next door to me, so it was easy. I didn't have to do anything special. But, some of my best inspirations have been just going, and I drive to the park, Yes, I drive to go walking, but I drive to the park and I find that if I find rhythm in my walking and I have my headphones on and, you know, I'm just being observant, just watching what's going on, the way the trees, the wind blows in the trees, or, you know, just paying attention to what's going on instead of trying to focus on a project that I'm trying to do. I basically clear my head and ideas just kind of flow in. So, you know, do something different that you're not accustomed to. I'm going to spray it right on here because this isn't distressing the way I want. I think I let it go too long. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. So, we're having you. Yeah, you inspire me, Jay. You challenge my patience, but you still inspire me. So, number 2 is bring other people into your art world. Go out and meet new people. Join a book club. Join, I don't say join a fitness center because I wouldn't do that But if that's something that you're interested in, do that. Join a pool league or a dart league. Do something that's fun, and you're gonna meet new people that have new ideas and new ways of looking at things. So it's right here. Okay, there, now I'm better. Let's see. Meet new people. Do a collaboration. If you are a podcaster, find new people that you wouldn't probably normally interview on your podcast, and ask them the same questions that you'd ask someone else. My view on life might be different than a guy who does carpentry or plumbing, or that is a delivery driver. They have a different, and I say guy meaning anybody, doesn't necessarily need to be a guy. Someone who is college educated. I'm not college educated. I'm life educated. I'm self-taught in a lot of things. So I have a different view. I never went to college. I did go to tech college and I did go to culinary school, but that's a whole other realm. I went to college when I was 35 years old. I went to culinary school when I was 35 years old. So being among people, the majority of them were, my kids' age. It's just like I was kind of the mom. I had AK and 47. Alicia and Elise. They were my girls. And I had a lot of fun with them. And I really miss them in my life. But such is life. That was a long time ago. So, one way to bring people into your world is to listen to music. Maybe listen to a different genre of music that you never really liked before. But, you might find interesting now. I say this with a grain of salt because I don't like rap music. I like Eminem. I like Snoop Dogg. I like a little bit of hip hop, But some of the music that's coming out now is just, some of it's awful. Like, okay, my ears are going to start bleeding soon. But some of it's actually really good. Like, I love Charlie Puth. I love that boy. He can sing to me anytime. And, Lady Gaga's still out there. She was kind of gone for a minute and back for another. So, and she's really grown as an artist, you know. So, if you've never listened to these people that are out there, try them out. Try classical music. If you've never been a classical music person, try classical music. Opera puts me to sleep, so I know that. But Vivaldi has always been kind of my go-to. Okay, I'm shaking up a can of Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch 2X Ultra Cover Matte Clear. This seals, protects, and revitalizes, which we really don't care about at this point. We want it to make the paint crackle. So, and Libby just joined us. Hello, Libby. I'm here, but finishing dinner. Oh, I had dinner about 2 hours ago. Just because I wanted to eat, because after this live, I gotta go to bed. Because I gotta be up at 3:30. You can't mess up Alfredo. Unless you burn it. Put a little lemon juice in it, and it usually kind of comes back together if you broke it. And even if you broke it, it still tastes good. It's just kind of chunky. So, unless you burn it, you can't mess up Alfredo. There's another little trick, but I think that's hollandaise that you add a egg yolk to. I can never remember. But anyway, I'm going to spray this on there, and we're going to use the milk paint to give it a crackle effect. So, listen to music, read a book. You know, I find that getting out of my head and into a book helps me clear my brain, and in that book, in that story, I'm using my imagination to paint the picture that the author is trying to portray, and sometimes that inspires me with an idea for a project or something like that. So use someone's inspiration to be your own inspiration. Look at social media or the internet for places you've never seen. You know, I look at a lot of architecture and a lot of old things, Victorian, you know, Gothic. I'm very into steampunk, so I like looking at that kind of stuff. Added cheese before the milk. Rookie mistake. Yeah, I gotta be up at 3:30 in the morning for work. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's why I can do all the fun stuff in between. But I might have to change Thursday night into Tuesday night or something. I don't know yet. But you can sincerely add a little bit of, if it's getting chunky on you, get a little bit of lemon juice, or lime juice will work too. Anything acidic, and just put a few drops in and stir and stir and stir. Because the lemon juice, the acid in the lemon juice breaks down the proteins in the cheese. I think that's how exactly it works. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that when you're making a cheese sauce, you put a little bit of lemon juice in there, and it'll make it smoother than a baby's bottom. So, anyways, look at social media or the internet for photos that, you know, of things that you would normally see in your day-to-day life. My friend Jess posted this picture on Facebook a couple of days ago, and it was of hibiscus flower. You know, okay, they're pretty. This one was really freaking cool. It had yellow and orange and pink. It was like a chunky, like chunks of color. I don't know, but they were blended, and it was just gorgeous. So I asked her for the photo was hers, and if I could use it and use it for inspiration and post it, you know, because I actually want to do a piece of furniture with those colors, because I think it'd be really cool, but I'm weird that way. Yeah, because a baby's bottom is really tasty. Jason, this is the time when you frustrate me. Okay, let's spray this. Oh, just so you know, I already mixed up a little bit of paint, just a little bit, because I knew I wasn't going to need a lot. And when I did the gypsy bottles, I mixed up a little bit too much. And this is pretty watery. I might add a little bit of water. There we go. Just a little bit. There we go. Because we want it a little bit watery. Basically about the same consistency as for paint pouring. So it makes a little tiny mound. But not really. I don't know. It's still kind of chunky. I've been stirring this for like a half an hour, off and on for like a half an hour. But it's smooth. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Jason. Jesus. Okay, so this is Sweet Pickins milk paint. Oh, olive. I used a tablespoon. I put the water in first. I don't recommend putting the water in the spoon and then putting it in your paint. That doesn't work. This is actually joint compound that kind of got stuck to the side of the spoon. But I put a little bit of water in first, and then I kind of eyeballed a tablespoon, and then put a tablespoon of paint powder in there. And I'm actually considering doing a paint pour with this paint. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna play. Okay, so we're gonna spray this first, and we're gonna spray it real good. If I can get the lid off. Ooh. Oh my Lanta. Here we go. Okay, now I've been shaking this. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit more. And I am using my turntable tonight because this way I make sure that I stay in frame when I'm doing stuff. Because I've noticed on a couple of my lives I get a little excited. There we go. I'm trying to make this look a little worn. Yeah, that looks good. And I also, it's kind of like wet, it's a wet sanding too, because now it's like smooth. There. I don't get the corners very well. I always get the edges really well, but I never get the corners very well. And then I have to go back, just like I'm doing now. Okay, that's good enough for. Okay, I'm gonna spray this really good. And yes, I have my door open. I don't have my fan on because if I had my fan on, the background noise would be atrocious. I'm surprised you can't hear Highway 10 because it's been really loud tonight. Okay. You kind of cake it on there. You don't want drips, but you want it heavy. At least that's what I've found. Get better crackles that way. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for just a minute while I get a drink of water because now I got that taste in my mouth. Okay, so number one of the 3 ways to find inspiration was get up, get out, and get moving. Number 2 was bring others into your art world, whether it be meeting new people, doing a collaboration, or listening to music, or reading a book, or even, you know what, watch your favorite movie. Watch a movie you've never seen that someone has recommended to you. The storyline, the plot, the things that happen, the scenery in a movie. Like, Lord of the Rings is amazing for their landscapes. I mean, there's another movie, too, that was just amazing that I just saw a little while ago. That was just, like, amazing. But, you know, look at social media or do a Google search on internet for beautiful images, you know, beautiful landscapes, rustic villas, you know, things that, you know, you would probably never go to, you never see, but they can inspire you to do a color combination, to write a story, to come up with ideas for questions, things that you'd want to know, you know. Who lived in that ramshackle castle? You know, you know, and make up a story that goes along with the castle. You know, that's how I used to write. I don't write anymore because I just don't have time. I'd love to, but I'm not a millionaire yet. Okay, so number 3 is make lifestyle changes. And I don't mean go on a diet. I mean, diet does help. You know, you got to eat kind of healthy. You can't eat McDonald's every night. I don't know why you'd want to eat it one night. But that's my personal opinion. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Jason. But find out when you're most creative. Are you a morning person? That would not be me. Are you a night owl? That would be me. Find out what time of day you're most creative and stick with it. I'm kind of glopping this on there, but it's kind of working. It's already acting like a resist. What was I saying? Set a schedule around that time of day that you're most creative and stick to it. You know, make it a habit. Someone once told me you have to learn something 8 times before it's committed to memory. So in my eyes, that's 8 weeks of doing something before it becomes a habit. And in my world, that's a hard thing to do. I quit smoking, so I figure if I can quit smoking, you know, after smoking for damn near 30 years, I can do anything. Okay, we're almost done. So the other thing that kind of comes with that lifestyle change is sleep. I sleep when I'm tired, and I try and sleep a full 6 hours. I know that sounds weird, but I had 4 small children in the house at one time, and 4 hours was a blessing. So I've kind of become used to sleeping, you know, 4 to 6 hours. And a friend of mine used to get mad at me and telling me I was going to get Alzheimer's, and I'm like, probably not. All right, let's see how. But also, while you're sleeping, sleep with a notebook by your bed. And try and find inspiration that way, because your dreams are your doorway to your subconscious, you know. All right. I think that's going to be good. I just don't like how it sunk into all the little crevices. I'm trying to pick up some of the paint. Katie would be flipping out if she watched this because I'm using the same cup, but it's okay. It's all good. I'm going to save this paint and put it on a bottle anyways because I got a bottle of paint. All right, that should be good. This has got a little fur in it. There we go. All right, I'm gonna let that sit and do its thing. This is the olive paint. I didn't bring a bucket to put this in. All right, I'll set it right there. Actually, I need this rig for a second. But you can find inspiration anywhere. It's just don't focus on finding inspiration. Focus on clearing your mind. Focus on insequential things. I think that's the word. Things that aren't important. you know, I find a lot of my inspiration from other artists. I see someone do something on a YouTube video, and I'm like, well, hey, if I did it this way, take this idea and then did it this way, I wonder what kind of result I would get. And I have a couple of videos that are coming up that are inspired by other people that I've seen on YouTube, on the YouTubes. But you know, it's just a matter of opening your mind. Meditation is a good thing for inspiration, because it helps you clear your mind and lets you see things from a different perspective, lets you see things differently than you might otherwise see it. I like the idea of a collaboration, because you might have an idea in your head and you're not quite sure how to do it, but the person that you're collaborating with might. If not, they might know someone who does. And that's why I always say, you know, I want to be part of a community, because I don't know everything. Yeah, you are a poet and you don't even know it. I love you, Jason. But I want to be part of a community, because I don't know everything. You know, Libby, I love you, and I wouldn't have the first clue on how to raise a chicken, because when I was, I don't know, probably 12 or 13, my mom's ex-boyfriend's parents. Okay, that's like, you know, my brother's sister's girlfriend, roommate, college roommate's cousin. But anyway, they had chickens and I hated them. They were just like, I would be out there feeding them and they would peck at my ankles, and I got sore. They break skin, and I don't know why they were pecking at me. They didn't peck at anybody else. I'm like, do I have bugs on me? You know, do I smell funny? But I found that, you know, that is in my history with chickens, is that they don't really like me. So someone else would have to raise my chickens, because I love chicken. I love eating chicken. I love eggs. I eat 3 eggs a day. So, you know, I'd love to have chickens, but it ain't gonna happen with this girl. That'll be Jason's job when he moves here. Okay, so I'm gonna seal this up and throw it in the fridge, because milk paint will keep about a week in the fridge. Even this little bit. I will throw some water on here. Okay, I had my scissors. I thought I had my scissors. They're there. I cleared off my table for the live because I didn't want to spray paint in my room with the big computer. Okay, so stick that over there. Stick this on here. I love press and seal. It's my favorite thing. You can use it in the kitchen, you can use it in the studio, and it's not like cling wrap, it's not like plastic wrap, it's just better. Oh, I thought you were... Yeah, I better yeah, they might be okay if I raise them, because, yeah. This mama brought you into this world, I can take you out. No, they'd become lunch. They would become lunch, because, yeah. I don't like animals. Like Loki, my daughter's cat. She used to hide underneath like a dresser or a piece of furniture that I was working on, and I wouldn't see her there, and I'd go out to the studio, and she'd attack my leg, like just like bum boom, and like jump on my leg and then just bite my ankle. Man, that cat went flying, not because of me, and not because she startled the crap out of me. And I'd throw my leg out and she wouldn't have a good grip and off she'd fly. And I didn't do it intentionally. It's not like I tried to hurt her, but I did that a couple of times because she scared the crap out of me. I'd probably do that to the chickens too, so they'd probably eventually get smart and know not to go near my feet. I would hope. Chickens aren't that smart. And now pigs, on the other hand, I love pigs. My cousins had pigs. I got to see baby pigs being born, and I think that was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Gross, but cool. Okay, let's do a recap. Let's 3 solid ways to find inspiration. 1, get up, get out, and get moving. 2, bring others into your art world. And 3, make lifestyle changes. Those have worked for me when I have been just not wanting to leave my bed, but just getting up and getting out and doing one little thing. And that one little thing inspires me to do more and do more and do more. Like doing something like this. Doing just a small project, and it's like, pigs are good eating too. Really? Hillbilly Bob? Thanks, babe. Oh. So anyway, that's my 3 simple things to do. They're just, I mean, they're very basic, but they work. They really do work. And I'm going to go over the quote for tonight just because it's really cool, and I want to leave you with that note. No, me and certain animals have a bad history. I get along with dogs. I mean, dogs come up to me and they know I'm going to love on them. Pit bulls, Dobermans, Rottweilers, all of them. Chihuahuas are the only, sorry Jason, Chihuahuas are the only dogs I've had a history where I don't like them, they don't like me. And we just coexist. Usually, I have a good repertoire. Horses, cows, pigs, you know, I'm okay with them. But it's chickens and I love cats. It's just Loki. Loki was not low key. She was not calm at all. She was more like low key, the little devil. But she's a great cat. She is a good cat. And she knew when I was having a bad day, and she'd come and cuddle with me. And that was the only time she'd cuddle with me. But she's a good cat. Okay. Quote for the evening. Others have seen what is and asked why. I have seen what could be and asked why not. That is a quote from Pablo Picasso. Yeah, Cricket liked me. Cricket liked me because you liked me. That's the only reason. But y'all have a great night. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I am grateful that you spent some time with me tonight. Peace, love, and happiness.